we were just talking about, so we went through dynamics. Tempo was what you had yesterday. If you haven't submitted that yet, make sure you get that done for tonight. Tempo is all about the rate of speed, so how fast or slow you go. And remember, both for dynamics and for tempo, there are terms you can use for the gradual changes, gradually getting softer or louder, or gradually getting faster or slower. So today we're going to look at another one of those things that makes music just more interesting, and this is articulation. So articulation is the way a note is performed, or the manner in which a note is performed. I can highlight, but it's not going to be very neat. So right here, articulation, the way in which a note is performed. We already learned the word legato way back when we were learning about slurs. And remember, that means playing something really smooth and connected. That's an articulation. Now, this is all stuff that you can see in piano music, in just about any music, but it's especially important if you play like a band instrument or an orchestra instrument. So like trumpet, flute, violin, these types of things become much more noticeable on those instruments. Okay. So you have the box here. There's only 5 of them for us today. You already know legato, so that would be counted though technically. So the first one, staccato. Whenever you see a dot above or below a note, that means staccato, not next to it. Remember, when we see a note with a dot next to it, that has to do with the note value, like a dotted quarter note or something like that. Those are different. I'll draw it on here. It'll probably take a minute to sync up. Dotted quarter note or a dotted half note, that changes the value, not the style of the note. So when you see that dot above or below, you're going to play the note really short or detached. If you see an accent, like this one, looks like a little crescendo or decrescendo sign, they're much smaller. This just means that you're going to emphasize the note. Think about like if you put an accent over a syllable in Spanish, you're accenting that syllable, right? So it's the same idea. You're just giving it a little bit more emphasis. Next one, sforzando. You would see it usually written SFZ. And this is a type of accent, but it's a sudden, strong accent. Literally, the Italian means forcing. So it's not just a normal, like, kind of an emphasis. This is like out of nowhere, kind of a big bang almost. Tenuto, you see this line, and the line actually kind of makes sense with the definition. Tenuto, you're going to hold the note for its full value. That seems like you would just usually do that, but it's kind of like you're playing legato. This would especially be important for like if you're playing trumpet or you're playing flute and you need to use your tongue to start the notes. So they still want you to use your tongue to start the notes. It's not like you're slurring them, but they want those notes to be really connected and close to each other. So there's really not a break in between them. Lastly, we've got the fermata. And the fermata just means to hold the note longer than its normal value. Okay, that's it. Usually that's going to be about twice as long. So if you see it over a quarter note, you'd hold it, instead of just 1 beat, you'd hold it for 2 beats. If you saw it over a half note, you'd hold it for about 4 beats instead of 2 beats. But that's not necessarily a rule. It's kind of approximate, and it's all up to the musician to decide how long they want it to be held. All right? So this is now open for you. You're going to try this out later today. This is due tomorrow night. So in the first section, you're just writing the name from the chart up above. That should be really easy. Just copying down the Italian name. The bottom part, you don't actually have anything to do. There's no written part of it. But if you can look at that section and maybe even try doing it on your own, you could tap it, you could clap it, you could play it out. If you have a piano or a keyboard, you could play it there. I will actually transition over to my keyboard so you can hear the difference between this. Gotta get rid of the dog in my lap first. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to show you the difference between like legato and staccato. Okay. So for example, if I was playing something legato, now I know that sometimes the audio on these, when you're playing like music, it kind of cuts in and out, so maybe it's not the best example. But now if I did it staccato, they're going to be short and separated. See how there's so much space between them? Now if I wanted to accent them, I would just give them a little more force. All right? So that's kind of the idea behind those. I'm not going to play through all of the examples there. I want to do some ukulele yet today, so